So how much does this guy hate the president? Well, enough to be put in prison over it. So the guy's name is Jonathan, and Jonathan's about 38 when this story starts, and he's living in Annapolis, Maryland. And Jonathan, he's just like a normal guy. He's living his life and all that. But then, in 2016, the worst thing happens to him. Donald Trump gets elected president. And this really pisses Jonathan off. I mean, he thinks Trump's a turd who will probably someday end up getting us into a war that we can't get out of. I don't know, something like that. And he just loses faith in America and its political system, and he's convinced that the country is heading in the wrong direction. So one day in 2018, he comes up with a terrible idea. He's gonna steal state secrets and sell them to a foreign country. That way he can ultimately get some money and then afford to flee this country that he's learned to hate so much and go live somewhere else and never have to work again. All he needs to do this is sell enough state secrets to make about $5 million. So how's he gonna get this top secret information that he plans to sell? Well, Jonathan just happens to work as a Navy nuclear engineer, and his job involves helping design and maintain nuclear reactors used in nuclear submarines, which means that he has special security clearance. So he goes to his wife, and he tells her his plan to sell state secrets. And his wife is this woman, Diana. And instead of talking him out of it, I guess Diana's like, sweet, I'm in, or whatever. So together, they start discussing who could potentially buy this information from them, like which foreign governments would be interested. Now, the immediate choices would be countries like China or Russia. But both Jonathan and Diana feel that selling state secrets to America's rivals would be morally wrong. I mean, they don't want anyone to get killed or anything. They just want to make some money and, be able to leave the country. So they decide to look for a friendlier government to sell to. And after conducting lots of research, they eventually conclude that the best country to sell to would be Brazil. Because the information Jonathan has access to is about nuclear submarine technology, and Brazil has spent years trying to develop its own nuclear submarine program. So it's a perfect match. So around 2018, Jonathan gets to work on carrying out this plan. He begins secretly gathering tons of pages of classified information, but he has to do this little by little, downloading a few pages here, a few pages there, so that he doesn't trigger any internal network alarms by downloading like a huge file. So about 2 years pass, and it's now 2020, and he's got thousands of pages worth of top secret info at this point. So now, all he's got to do is get it to the Brazilian government. Problem is, he's not that connected of a guy. Like, he doesn't have a personal contact or a secret